Alright guys, we got an unboxing today. Now this is a stone cold unboxing. The only thing I did was cut the tape off of the box to open it to this point. And I yanked the stuffing on, a little bit. I pulled it up because there was a lot in there. Now, you know how hard it is not to open something like this that you've had for 2 days. Because I wanted to get the, the surprise of opening it with you guys. So I did not open it up, even though I wanted to. Trust me, I wanted to dig right into this thing, but I didn't. I bit my tongue and played with the Phantom 1 until I got to this. There it is, the Evo. It says superior image quality. We'll see about that, won't we? And it comes with a bag. It's just the strap, the compartment for the quadcopter, and then, spare props and all that stuff. I guess this is an accessory that you can buy separately, Yeah, bag looks good. So that's nice to have that. I won't use the shoulder strap. I never use them. I always use the handles. I never use those straps. I was hoping it didn't have this tape on here or I would have peeked in here. And there it is. Wow. Very impressive. Wow. It's got some weight to it. It's kind of heavy. Heavier than I thought, believe me. Believe me. It's got the little wrappings over the props. Very nice. Boy, is that thing sharp. Wow. Build quality feels extremely nice. Let me see what this thing weighs compared to the Mavic Pro. That's 889 with the gimbal guard on. And the Mavic Pro is 751. So yeah. So it's 130 or something like that grams more. It seems like it's a little bit bigger. Yeah, it's about the same size. Actually, it's pretty dang close to the wingspan. Seems to be pretty close. And there's the gimbal cover. Let's peel off the plastic. Oh, I guess you push that down to release the battery, which you do. And the battery is a 4300 11.4 volts. That's considerably larger than the battery for the Mavic Pro, no doubt. So it's got some nice ventilation there. Your 2 optical flows here, one there, and then your sonar right there. Then you have your obstacle avoidance here in the front. And supposedly you have this obstacle and avoidance in the back, but from what I've seen on some videos, it doesn't work that well. Just don't run into anything, and then you won't need obstacle avoidance. Now I did notice on a couple videos, not only is it a 3-axis gimbal, it's also got this dampener underneath there, so that's going to keep it really stable. So you got the little rubber doodad under there, along with the 3-axis motor. So yeah, there's a lot of slop around in that thing. Let me peel that little thing off the camera lens because I'll take it out. And I'll forget to take that off and the video will look like crap, and then I'll be saying, oh, what's wrong? The video don't work. Then down here, it's another thing I heard was hard to open. There's the micro SD slot, and there is a card in there. And it is a 32 gigabyte SanDisk Extreme. Now, I don't know if it has any onboard memory or not. But we'll see once I get it going. Here's another port, micro USB. That might be for accessing the files or whatever, you know. These things, the covers over these ports, see, the reason they're hard is because they're not the soft rubber ones. They're the hard plastic ones. And that makes them a lot more difficult. Because when you're pulling on it, you know, a rubber one will bend and pull away, where this hard plastic doesn't want to do that. It just wants to either be on or just pop right off of there. So I can see where people were complaining about that. But that's just, you know, to be honest with you, that's just a minor annoyance. You know, it's not no deal breaker or anything like that. That thing is really nice, guys. I'm really impressed with that. Boy, it just has that nice feel. Really does. Really has that nice feel. And then, of course, the thing that I really like about it is this awesome transmitter. So I love these transmitters that have their own screen. Love these things. I mean, these things will just spoil you when you don't have to use that phone. Which this one, you can use the phone, but you can also use it without the phone. Okay, you don't have to use the phone. Now, I like how they got this thing here. How are you going to get that off? Boy, does this transmitter have a nice feel to it, man. Wow. There's a photo button. There's a display button. I think on this display button, I'm not sure, but I think you can change from the telemetry to the first person view. Man, this thing feels solid. This thing feels really nice. Wow, very impressed. Wow. Very impressed with this thing. That's why I love that Karma, is because I don't have to use my phone. Has its own screen on there. You know, the Mavic Pro, I mean, you don't have to use the phone either. You can fly the Mavic Pro with just the transmitter, because it's got that OcuSync. Where the Mavic Air, you can't. You have to use the phone with the Mavic Air. I tried flying the Mavic Air without the phone. It wouldn't go 5 feet. Now the Spark has a 300-foot halo if you don't have the phone hooked up. So you can only fly the Spark 300 feet away from the transmitter without the phone. It won't go any further than that. They have a geofence built into the firmware for the Spark if you don't have the phone. I did a video for it for Roger to show him that you could fly it without the phone, because he had, when he first got his Spark, I think he had some issues with his phone or something like that. Then I showed him you could still fly it like 300 feet away even without the phone. But that's as far as it'll go. But the Mavic Air, I couldn't get that thing to fly anywhere without the phone. It would only go side to side. It would never go forward and backward. So I always thought that was kind of weird. But because I tried to fly that in the house a few times, but it won't go nothing but side to side. Won't go forward or back. So wow, this thing is really sharp. This transmitter is, wow, is this thing nice. Whew. Sweet. I am impressed as hell with that thing, believe me. And then you got your silica packs, don't eat that. You got your charger, and then probably your spare prop. Like all these companies always give you up one prop, or there's some cables and manual. And okay, here's 2 props. Here's a micro USB cord. Here's cables to hook up your phone, most likely. That will go in there, and then the other end will go into your Android phone. If it's a micro USB or a Types USB-C, so no biggie. And then here's the charger. Here's the quick guide, which I know what to do. I got to get it charged up and do all that stuff and get it updated and get the app and all that stuff. You know how it is. All right, boys. There you go. Unboxing the Autel Evo. And we're going to get it charged up right now. I'm going to charge this sucker up right now. All right, guys. I hate to leave you hanging after an unboxing. So I figured I'd come over here and spin up the motors for you. Because I went and did the updates and all that crap. That took like an hour to get all that stuff done. Charge up the battery, get the update done. The update took like a half an hour or so. Okay, so you've seen it. I wasn't going to fly it around in here. I just took it up for you to... It's quiet, man. That thing is a lot quieter than the Mavic Pro. I can tell you that right now. I mean, it's not on par with the Anafi. Nothing is more quiet than the Anafi. The Anafi is the most quiet thing out there. So, but this was quieter than the Mavic Pro. I can tell you that right now. I mean, I could tell that right off the bat. Now, that is the first time I took it up. I didn't take it up, you know, before I started the video. That was it, first time right there. So, all right, guys, there you go. I'm going to get this sucker charged up again because now the battery is... I'm not sure where that setting is on here, but it shows it somewhere with the... Oh, it's on the controller, I think. The one thing I don't like, I keep hitting these buttons by mistake on the back. Oh, it's 84% for the transmitter and 80% on the thing. I really like this transmitter here. It's really nice. I mean, really nice. And I love it shows you the gimbal pitch that you have left. See it right there? It says gimbal. And so you slide this little dial over here and you can see it's going down, and it tells you the degree is what I like about it. You know, that is neat. I still haven't figured out how to do the zoom, but I'll go online or something and figure that out. I'll get to it, right? I don't see any button on here for it anywhere, and the manual doesn't say a word about it in the manual about the zoom. Maybe I have to use the app or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, it tells you your battery on the transmitter, your battery life on the quadcopter battery, and how much flight time you have left, which I think is, man, that's really nice. Yeah, that's really nice. So, yeah, I'm really liking this thing. I think this is going to be pretty nice here. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. I'm going to get it charged back up. All right, talk to you later.